sponsored by the Miller Brewing Company, brewers of Miller Highland. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Radio Shack, a Tandy company, the nationwide supermarket of sound. And by Ford and your Ford dealer, who are introducing the all-new LTD and Mustang October 6th.
At the Astrodome in Houston, Texas, it's the San Francisco 49ers and the Houston Oilers. Hello, everybody. I'm Lindsey Nelson with Paul Hornung here in Houston. If you're a football fan who likes the running game, have we ever got a matchup for you?
Well, we got probably the best runner of all time, and O.J. Simpson back home again in San Francisco. And we've got a youngster, right, homebred from Texas, Earl Campbell, last year's Heisman Trophy winner. And Earl, we'll talk, of course, a lot about O.J. during the ball game, but Campbell has averaged 6.5 yards every time he's touched the football, the leading rusher in the AFC, and he has been nothing short of sensational.
And speaking of O.J., although it's no guarantee it'll happen today, the Houston defense in the past has been pretty well able to contain O.J.
This defense that you're going to see today, the Houston Oilers, Lindsey, have been the toughest defense against O.J. He has never rushed for over 100 yards in any game against the Houston Oilers.
And we're playing indoors today, Paul Hornung, so that we don't have the problem of wind and weather.
That's right. It's quite humid here in Houston. Thank heavens we're not outside.
Absolutely. And we're just about ready to go, so let's take a look at the field. Here are the officials assigned here today by the National Football League. The referee is Don Wedge, Frank Sinkovitz, Gil Mace, Don Porter, Al Jury, Dick Ferguson, Bill O'Brien, constituting their crew.
And you fans, you remember that crew. That was the crew that refereed last Monday night in Minnesota. We'll get into that a little bit later. Quite a controversial game.
We've had the toss of the coin. Houston won the toss, and they will receive. And so it'll be the 49ers kicking off. And Ray Wershing is teeing the ball up. Albert Turner and Johnny Durden have dropped back, and there's Houston's weather outside and inside, for that matter.
It's the way it always is right here at the Astrodome, right?
They used to post the wind at 1 mile per hour in all directions. Here's Wershing coming forward now to put it up. And Turner is coming up to take it at the 12-yard line. He's at the 15, at the 20. And he returns it just across the 25-yard line. And so the Houston Oilers started at first and 10 in their own territory. And they have Dan Pastorini at quarterback.
You see Dean Moore coming off the field on his special teams. He's the one that made the first hit, and he really popped him. Popped Turner. He still shook up on the sidelines. Good tackle, but he knocked himself out almost.
Pastorini, Campbell, and Turner, and you see Burrow, Castor, and Barber. And there's Campbell on the first play from scrimmage. He picks up 5 yards to the 31-yard line. So it'll be second down and 5 yards to go for the Houston Oilers. And here are the linemen: Simpson, Reener, Mock, Fisher, and Towns for the Oiler offense. Those are the offensive linemen. Defensive backfield: Leonard, Lewis, Chris, and Robertson for the 49ers. Linebackers: Harris, Buns, and Bradley. Linemen are Elam, Webb, Gallagher, and Hardman. Front four for the 49ers defense. Take to Wilson, give to Wilson. And Wilson's got the first down. Tim Wilson, who came into the game with 53 yards rushing and average of 3.8, was brought down by Dan Buns, the middle linebacker.
That's exactly something that Houston never has had, a consistent running attack to really help Pastorini out. I talked to Dan Lindsey before the ball game. I said, how's that youngster help? He said, man, I tell you, it might let me play 5 more years in the league. I just hand the ball off to these guys. They can run.
First down and 10 yards to go for the Houston Oilers, who have won one and lost one. That's Campbell again. Heisman Trophy winner from the University of Texas is stacked up that time. Just about the time he got to the line of scrimmage. Ed Gallagher got to him first. Second down and 10 yards to go. No gain for Earl Campbell.
Well, the 49ers' strength on defense, you'd have to say, is those 2 defensive ends, Lindsey. Cedric Hardman, experienced veteran, and Cleveland Elam has moved out the defensive end spot. Tommy Hart was there. He was traded to the Bears, and Elam, of course, an all-pro.
Rich Castor and Ken Burrow are double to the right side for Pastorini. Pastorini Hester, and he is near the 50-yard line. He's across to the 48-yard line. Rich Castle, the former Jet, and Chuck Chris came up to make the stop. It's 1st and 10 for the Oilers in 49er territory.
So many people are used to watching Rich Castor play most of the time from the tight end. This time he's wide. He's a receiver here with the Oilers. He's played both inside and outside with the Jets. A fine receiver for the first down to pick up about 15 yards.
Well, he's short of the 48-yard line. Running backs in an I formation. Castor's a wing back to the right side, set in the slot, actually. Danny Pastorini gives it to Earl Campbell. Turns the speed on, wants to turn the corner, and the jersey must have stretched 3 feet. It was Joe Harris, the linebacker, hanging on to him. And he got it to the 45-yard line.
Not a bad average. 124 yards per game. Of course, one of those runs, he had a run in the first game, opening of the season.
That's Bum Phillips, the head coach of the Oilers.
I was going to say, Lindsey, he had a 73-yard run. It was actually a screen pass, and Pastorini threw it behind the line of scrimmage, so it was actually credited as a lateral, so he got credited with 73 yards on the run.
Campbell again. Swarmed after he got only a yard to the 44. Ed Bradley got to him. So did Danny Bunds, the middle linebacker. Danny Bunds is a rookie from Cal State Long Beach.
And he's quick. He's got good size, 6'4", 235 pounds. They liken him to another linebacker that the 49ers had, Dave Wilcox. They said he plays a lot like Wilcox, one of the best outside linebackers that I've seen, Wilcox.
3rd down and 6 yards to go, and the ball's at the 44-yard line. Pastorini. A diving catch. It's complete at the 31-yard line. Taken by Barber, Mike Barber.
Well, it's a great catch by the tight end. Second-year man out of Louisiana Tech. Pastorini has all the time in the world to throw the football. Actually, he was covered. Nice catch by Barber for the first down. 13 yards.
So now it's a 1st and 10 for the Oilers, who've driven down to the 49ers 31-yard line. We're in the first quarter. 10 minutes, 33 seconds left to go in the period. Kenny Burroughs coming out to a wide right. He has caught 6 passes this year for the Houston Oilers. Tim Wilson ahead of Earl Campbell in the I formation. Campbell carrying. Well, he wanted to turn the corner, but he ran out of playing field to the sideline and is out of bounds. Harris and Lewis up to make the stop.
A little bit too anxious to get outside, I think, that time, Lindsey. Morris Towns, the offensive right tackle for Houston that time, had his man shielded, blocking him to the outside, but Earl didn't see it. There's Bum Phillips on the sideline.
You wonder how a fella gets the name Bum. It was a case of his little sister when they were growing up who couldn't say brother. She said Bumble, and it got to be Bum, and he's been known as Bum Phillips ever since. 2nd down and 9 yards to go at the 30-yard line. Draw play, and it's the fullback, Tim Wilson, carrying. At Maryland, he was used a great deal as a blocker, and he can be a valuable blocker for Earl Campbell here. It was Ed Gallagher in to make the stop, and it's at the 31-yard line. 3rd and 10.
The third down situation Pastorini has had in this opening drive. He's converted the first 2.
Ron Coleman has come in now. Coleman and Wilson are the setbacks. Ron Coleman's the tailback. Now, as they change the alignment, Wilson is the lone setback.
Double wing.
Ronnie Coleman is in the slot left. Pass is thrown complete to the 16-yard line. Kenny Burrow took it. His 7th reception of the year. Another first down.
49ers in that nickel defense, and Pastorini is picking them apart with a little turn-in pattern. He's gone to both sides. Watch Burrows now at the top of your screen. Pastorini again with exceptional pass protection here. Right on the turn-in to Burrow. Picked up 15 yards, right on the money.
So it is 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line for the Houston Oilers, who took the opening kickoff, and they have driven steadily downfield. 8 minutes, 50 seconds left to play in the quarter. Earl Campbell. Moved it to about the 6-yard line. He was right at the sticks. Now, when forward progress is marked, they'll have to take a long look at a possible first down. Then Buns and Chuck Chris brought him down.
Quick start of Earl Campbell. He's a 5'11", 224-pound tailback right here. Watch this quick cut back. For those linemen, it sure helps the offensive lineman, Lindsey. All you have to do is get a standoff block to a back like this. Earl Campbell picks up almost 10 yards, 9.5.
It has been spotted now at second down, less than a yard to go, inside the 7-yard line. The officials are up at the line of scrimmage taking a long look at the head linesman, who is going to bring out the chain and measure for a possible first down. They want to see not so much is it a first down, but how much do we have to go? And you can do that by measuring.
The best thing about this Houston Oilers offense is they have averaged 5 yards per rush this year, which is just an incredible average. It's something the coach looks for. Campbell's picked up 20 yards already in 6 carries.
Bum Phillips along the sideline. Looks like he's dressed for a leisurely afternoon here at the Astrodome in Houston. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League. It's intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Houston Oilers and the National Football League is prohibited. We have second down and a yard to go for the Oilers. They have the ball just inside the 7-yard line. They split the running backs now. Earl Campbell's in the left set. Wilson's in the right. Wilson, he's got the first down. Yards to spare. Go through inside the 3-yard line. Joe Harris was there, and so was Chuck Chris. But the Oilers keep the drive alive, first and goal.
And Lindsey, when you see something like this, a team takes the opening kickoff, pushes it right down the 49ers' throat. Those guys up front are really doing a job. They're coming off the football, and that's been the key. Phillips has really gone into training camp this year to try to get the offensive linemen to really come off, fire off the football, and they're doing it right now.
Sampson Reyna, Mock Fisher Towns, the offensive lineman. First and goal at the 3-yard line. Earl Campbell gets a block from Wilson. Touchdown! Touchdown, and then Wilson never takes the corner man out for him.
Nobody was going to stop him. He planted that left foot and went for the goal line. Earl Campbell goes in for his 4th touchdown in his early 1978 season.
So the Oilers,
he's impressive.
Have driven steadily downfield.
Watch the blocking. Out in front is Tim Wilson. Watch the block. Shields to the outside. Campbell off his left foot. And the key to it, he didn't slow up a bit when he planted that left foot. Right in for the score.
Now, with Pastorini holding, it is Tony Fritsch. On the try for conversion, Pastorini puts it down. Fritsch boots it up. Penalty marker. It's a penalty marker, so check it out. It went through the uprights. But now, what about the flag?
Well, if it's a penalty against the 49ers, they'll take it on the kickoff.
It'll be assessed on the kickoff.
At the 35, it's a 5-yard penalty. They'll kick off from the 40.
Hear it now from the referee. That is Don Webb.
Defense, number 28. Goal is good. Penalized on the kickoff.
So the penalty will be assessed, as you heard, on the kickoff, and the score is Houston 6 and the 49ers nothing. Action underway. Or rather 7-0. It is Houston leading 7-0. Action underway here at the Astrodome.
See what I'm going to do.
In the right set here, Boykin is in the left set, and Steve DeBerg's the quarterback, and there's motion across. And it's Boykin carrying on the first play from scrimmage. Greg Boykin, who's rushed for 132 and his average 4.7 this year, to the 29-yard line for 3. Will make it 2nd and 7. James Young made the tackle for Houston.
49ers are well pleased with the second-year man from Northwestern. I'll tell you one thing. Joe Thomas will build a club out here. His record speaks for itself.
Out of an I formation, Steve DeBerg to O.J. Simpson. His first carry of the day. He moved it to the 34-yard line. He picked up 5 yards, so it'll be 3rd down and about 2 to go. It was Bingham and Reinfeld on the tackle. DeBerg, Simpson, and Boykin, the backs. Receivers, LeCount, McAfee, and Solomon. The linemen, Single and Ayers, Cross, Downing, and Bonhorst. Stimrick, Alexander, Currier, and Reinfeldt fits the backfield. Linebackers Brazil, Bingham, Kiner, and Washington. Young, Cope, and Bethea are the 3 down linemen in the 3-4 defense. Boykin. He was popped, and he did not get the 2 yards necessary, trying to pick up the first down. The punting unit's coming on for the 49ers. The Houston defense in the first series has held.
4 of the most active linebackers in professional football, Brazil, Bingham, Kiner, and Ted Washington. They play the 3-4.
So Mike Connell comes in to do the punting. He's a rookie from Cincinnati who has averaged 34.3.
Billy White Shoes Johnson back there.
He's been out with an injury, but Billy White Shoes is back and ready, and he's deep and he's dangerous. 5 minutes, 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Connell is waiting for the snap. High snap, but he pulls it down. Gets on the 36 and bounds out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That is where Houston will start 1st and 10 at the Houston 32. On the kickoff, they started in their 26, so they are 7 yards better off. A 33-yard punt. Yeah, I saw him last night. 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
266 Max! 266 Max!
Pastorini. Well, he's trying to get it to Ken Burrow, and it's batted around. It's incomplete pass. Kenny Burrow, just for one brief fleeting moment, and Chuck Christ was there, number 24. But it's incomplete, and it'll make it 3rd down and 6 at the 10.
Almost a super catch. Ground level shot here. Pastorini, quick post pattern over the middle to Ken Burrow. Look at that. Right hand, he had it. Hit his left hand, back to the right hand. Almost a juggling act. Would have been a great catch.
The incompletion with 1 second now showing on the clock, which will start when the ball is snapped. So presumably this will be the last play of the first quarter. Pastorini. Saw a pass into the corner to Burrow, who could not get there, and it's incomplete.
Flags all over
time
the
has
place.
run out, flags everywhere. There are flags to be checked out now, although time has expired.
Might be that new rule. Of course, you got to watch that chucking rule. Nope, this is going to go against Houston.
It is going to be offensive interference against Houston, I believe.
One thing about that new chucking rule, you can hit them once within that 5-yard territory. After the receiver goes 5 yards, you got to lay off them. Also, the offensive receiver must lay off the defensive back, too, Lee.
Yes, that's taken for granted. That's understood. So they're still getting straightened out with the administration of the penalty. And there is the gun. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score, the Oilers 7 and San Francisco nothing. Got him, Jimmy. Pastorini will hold it for him, and they will attempt the field goal. Be about a 37-yarder. We'll see as it's lined up. It'll be 38. 38-yard attempt for Tony Fritz with Pastorini holding. It's good. 38-yard field goal is good for the Houston Oilers, who go out in front now by a score of 10-0. The Houston Oilers so far have controlled the football, and they lead it 10-0. At the 39-yard line. Greg Bingham made the hit. Young made the recovery. O.J. Simpson made the bump.
Big guy, the second-year veteran now of Texas Southern, number 77. Out of the eye. Pretty good hole right there. O.J. cuts back to the left side. Watch number 77. He's got it for the Oilers.
Elvin Bethea made the tackle. 8 minutes, 55 seconds left to play in the first half. The Oilers are leading 10-0. The 49ers are driving now. Just inches inside the 10-yard line. The Oilers deploy that defense. It's been an effective defense so far this afternoon. Pete McCullough is the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. Solomon to the left side, LeCount to the right. Boykin and Simpson to setbacks.
O.J.
Simpson. He jukes one inside the 5. Got down near the 3-yard line. Greg Bingham and Mike Reinfeldt stopped him there.
Now, Greg Stemrick, cornerback for the Houston Oilers, had a shot at O.J., but when this man gets one of those cornerbacks or linebackers, man-to-man, one-on-one in open field, well, the odds are that Simpson's going to beat that first man.
It's going to be 3rd and 2 at the 3-yard line. 7 minutes, 55 seconds left in the half. Double tight on the lineman now for the 49ers, who want to take it in from the 3-yard line.
I just thought of something. Simpson makes 3 times more in one ball game than I made my whole rookie year.
Times have changed. Simpson's got the ball. Penalty marker's thrown. Touchdown. He got it to the goal line, but there's a linesman's flag. A linesman's flag. So, it's against Houston, of course. It'll be declined. They'll take the touchdown. Illegal motion, though, will cancel the touchdown. It's against the 49ers. Illegal motion. So, nullified. What otherwise would have been a 49er touchdown, carried to the goal line by Simpson and mark off 5 yards.
Oh, well, that's tough. Simpson made a great move getting into the end zone.
Illegal motion, offense, right tackle, 3rd down.
Right tackle is Keith Farnhorst. It is 3rd and 7 at the 8-yard line. There he goes. There he goes. You see him, number 71.
Number 71 moved a little bit too early.
3rd and 7 for the 49ers at the Houston 8. O.J. in the left, set Boykin in the right for DeBerg. Berg. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Solomon, and covering with Willie Alexander, the 19.
Alexander was all over him, too. I thought maybe a flag might have been dropped on that one, Lindsey. That was awful close coverage. Let's pick it up. It's a post pattern. DeBerg a little off balance, throws it in the middle. That's 19, Willie Alexander, all over Freddie Solomon. I guess it was a pretty good call. It was close.
Ray Wershing, the field goal man, is in now. He's a 6-year veteran from the University of California. And holding for him will be Scott Bull. And this is a 26-yard attempt. A 26-yard field goal attempt. Wershing boots it. And it's good. And so on the field goal, the 49ers are on the board with 7 minutes, 24 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. It is the Houston Oilers 10, the San Francisco 49ers 3 at the Astrodome in Houston, Texas.
On the floor of the Astrodome, watch this. Steve Connor will be the first man. Watch these inside linebacker right there. Boykin keeps his balance beautifully. Really gave it to second entry, but he was topped after that by about 3 men, and the Oilers have it.
It was at the 3rd effort that he lost the football. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. DeBerg over the middle, and it is complete to Simpson, and he is struggling to the 10-yard line.
Well, he got popped.
Got popped.
They're going to take another timeout. I think they got one left. And this is what O.J. will do for them. He's getting up a little bit slow. He really got popped. Brazil really came in with the block after he was hung up in a tackle. And the juice is back up.
Boykin and O.J. are being widely split. Solomon to the left side, LeCount to the right, McAfee's the tight end.
And the key is those 2 backs remaining. Watch them, see if they go out of the backfield. Nope.
DeBerg is deflected at the line of scrimmage. Somebody got a big hand on it at the line of scrimmage. Took only 4 seconds. It was Bingham, I think, who got the hand up there, number 54.
I tell you, it's very tough to throw against this Houston Oilers defense. They're number 1 in pass defense in the AFC. They've only given up an average of 52 yards the first 2 games. There they go. Bingham. Great height. Deflection on that pass from DeBerg. He kept both backs in, Lindsey. And almost against a 3-4, you've got to maneuver those backs to at least control those linebackers, then something will open up on the outside.
Boykin right, Simpson left. For Steve DeBerg. Rolls a little here, rolls a little more. And it is taken right at the goal line. He was not in, but what a catch taken by LeCount. I beg your pardon, it is taken by Solomon, and Kiner and Courier brought him down. Freddie Solomon, and it's just short of the goal line.
Oh, he tried to fight his way into the end zone. He was double teamed right there. Bill Courier would not let him get in. Let's see if we can pick it up now. 49ers keep some backs in there. They're trying to slide out into the flat. DeBerg under heavy pressure. Good catch by Solomon right here. Now watch, he's trying to struggle. There's Courier right there, the safety, and gets a little help from a linebacker. And Freddie got a first down.
No, it's going to be 3rd down and goal at the
right.
1, and they've just taken their last timeout. The last timeout. It'll be 3rd and goal. 12 seconds on the clock.
What do you do, Linz? 10-3. I'd have to go for it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. A lot of people, of course, if 49ers were not 0-2 coming into this ball game, haven't won a ball game, it might be a little bit different. You know, if they do not get into the end zone on the first play, they're going to have some problems about stopping that clock.
Yes, teams have been known to do that.
Now, there is a new rule in the league. If they should happen to run this football and not make it, if they line up quick enough and that defense of Houston doesn't line up quick enough, the referee has the option to stop the clock. He can stop the clock even though they don't have any timeouts left.
Even charging offside if he wants. Simpson!
Nope.
And he did not make it. He did not make it. Simpson did not make it. Now they're trying to get the field goal unit in there in a hurry. They're trying to get it in a hurry, and it is at the 9-yard line.
They got to hurry on.
Wishing is in there. Scott Bull is the quarterback. 2, 1, snap. Wishing boots it up. And it is good. It's good as they got the 19-yard field goal at the gun. Well, this is the score. Oilers 10, San Francisco 6.
That's Don Wedge again, and you're hearing a lot of boos here, and you're going to see some Houston Oilers people talk about this. This happened Monday night to this very same crew, and this is the new rule in the National Football League now. They're saying, how could they take the kicking team and put them in and that clock not run out? And that's exactly what happened Monday night, and we've got it here again in the Astrodome. Now, what happens on the running play, there's Bum Phillips talking. I'll tell you, there is a new rule that on 4th down, the referee has the opportunity or has the right to pick up the ball, stop the clock until the 2 teams line up again. Now, the key word is reassemble in the rule book, Lindsey. And the problem we've had is how does a referee, how does anyone really rule the word reassemble? Here it is again. Now, watch the 49ers. They're coming off. Here comes the team on with, there's the clock in the top half.
He marks it ready right there. Clock is running, 2 seconds. They got the snap off all right. There wasn't any question about that. And it's a 19-yard attempt, and it's good. And so they did get 3 points out of it.
Well, I can explain it easier this way, Lindsey. 10 years ago, baby, when I was playing pro football, you could never do that.
No,
but it's a new rule today. There's a lot of new rules and different interpretations. Legally, as far as the rules are concerned, that is exactly what can happen. They have that laws and rules that those referees can interpret that way.
That's exactly what they did, and so the San Francisco 49ers got 3 points out of that last final drive before the halftime intermission.
Can you believe Don Wedge, the referee? Can you believe what's going through his mind right now? He said it's a very unique thing that happened. Here it happens to him twice in 1 week.
Well, I would say that he's probably ready for this one because I'm sure that's all he heard all week long, everywhere he went. So I'm sure when it happened again, he said, well, here we are. It does look a great deal like rush time at Grand Central Station, but that's the end of the first half, as this is good with the score, 10-6 Houston. You know, take turn for the 30th Annual Emmy Awards, the host, Alan Alda. You want those times out, don't you? Head coach Pete McCulley of the 49ers. First down and 10 yards to go for Houston at their own 28. Pastorini pumps it. Kenny Burrow can't hold on. Kenny Burrow trying to tightrope the sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, 60 Minutes is coming up tonight. Starts a new season with 3 brand new stories, including the story of the television game played for the highest stakes, the rating game. Tonight at 7:30, 6:30 Central and Mountain, 7 Pacific. Then stay tuned for the 30th Annual Emmy Awards. The host is Alan Alda. That's tonight on CBS. Second down and 10 yards to go for the Houston Oilers. Campbell and Wilson are in the I formation. That's Pastorini.
329. 329.
Pastorini. This time he completes the same pattern to Kenny Burrow.
Well, he was open the first time. Veteran quarterback says, Kenny, let's do the same thing. If we're going to give you that much room, I'll just do the same exact play. Here's the play action. Not too good a fake, but he didn't have to fake. Beautiful pass, Pastorini right on the money to Kenny Burrow. Anthony Leonard right there covering. Check that. That was Eddie Lewis, 22.
First and 10 now for the Oilers. They have the ball at their own 41-yard line. We have 6 minutes, 22 seconds left in the third quarter.
251. 251.
Pastorini. Well, he tried to get it as tight end, Mike Barber, and he really gunned it, but it is deflected incomplete.
Vern Roberson, number 49 right there. Good coverage.
Robertson got to it. Second and 10 at the 41-yard line. These are exuberant, enthusiastic football fans here in the Southwest. Always have been, for that matter.
He loves their football. Tough to get a ticket to a high school game around here.
145.
Well, the penalty mark is before the snap. The whistle stops the play. Illegal procedure against Houston. You're so right. They have great high school football here, Paul. And years ago, I was at the Cotton Bowl game in Dallas, Texas, and the late Henry McLemore was covering it. He'd been there all week, and they prevailed on Henry to go out and watch the high school championship game. And that night, the country club in Dallas, they asked him to speak. Somebody said, say something about the high school game. Henry got up and he said, I'd like to say that the outcome of the game came as no surprise to this writer, because this writer didn't know who would play.
He was a beauty, wasn't he?
Absolutely. Penalty of 5 yards on the play makes it 2nd and 15 at the 37. Pastorini. And he found his man. He found his man out there open, and Mike Renfro scampers to the 44-yard line, maybe 43. Keep in mind that it was 15 yards to go, so it's not a first down.
Oh, way short. But they got a few back. Renfro, the rookie from TCU.
3rd and 8 at the 43-yard line. Gaster goes to a wide right. Kenny Burrows in the wide left. Pastorini. Renfro. First down at the 37-yard line. Lewis on the tackle.
Beautiful pass. Right over the outstretched arms of one of the linebackers. I think it's Bruce Elia. Watch this. There's a little spit. Only a 3-man rush here by the 49ers, so they have 8 men back on pass defense. Pastorini just over the linebacker right there. That was Elia right to Renfro on the completion. 20-yard pickup.
They're whooping it up here in Houston, Texas. 5 minutes, 17 seconds left in the third quarter. The Oilers leading 10-6.
That's the Derrick Dolls, they call them.
Is that what that is?
That's it. I got disgusted. 3 of them called me Mr. Hornung.
Tim Wilson. There, and a penalty mark has been thrown. Ed Bradley made the tackle. I don't want to discourage you, Paul, but you'll find that'll happen more and more often.
Yes.
Personal foul against the 49ers. Here's a final score. The Giants have defeated Kansas City 26-10. Personal foul penalty is marked off. Put the ball at the 22-yard line. Make it 1st and 10.
Unnecessary roughness, number 54 on the defense. First down.
Ed Bradley. 1st and 10 now for Houston at the San Francisco 22-yard line. Campbell are in the eye. Earl Campbell. Well, he hits and keeps on plunging to the 16-yard line. Again, a 6 yards. It'll be second down and 4.
Yeah, this is a strong 6-yard pickup. Watch the surge. Watch the great power in the legs of Earl Campbell right here. Just standoff blocking there, and that's all he needs. Right underneath the tackler. That was 50 Joe Harris. He got underneath the linebacker and picked up 3 more.
They split the running backs this time. Here's Wilson. Got just to the 15. He picked up only 1 yard on the play. Jimmy Webb and Dan Bundy.
I tell you, both defenses have really been hitting. You hear that leather pop all the way up here in the press box.
It'll be third down and 3 yards to go as you look at Wilson. From Phillips.
The 49er defense has done well against Earl Campbell. He only has 53 yards. Coming into this ball game, he had 248 yards. 2 ball games.
Campbell struggling for the first down. Sticks. Ed Bradley was there on the stop. They want to take a long look now and check the sticks about the first down.
Nope, they're short.
Looks to be short.
Trish, get ready.
Gonna measure it.
It's just a breather. It's what they call a breather measurement. Give that offensive time to just relax a little bit. He knows they're sharp. Well, let's see what Bump's going to do.
Well, the crowd says go.
They won't go. Yeah, they are going to go. Well, this is second guess time. Of course, the outcome, everybody will be asking if they make it, he's super. And, of course, if they miss it, they'll say, why? But I like to see it. I think everybody likes to see 4th and goal, especially at home.
Yeah, and you send in some large people up front, as they just did, including a 260-pound tight end and Conrad Rucker.
Last time, Campbell had the football on 4th down and fumbled it.
Campbell again. Well, second effort. Fumble the ball after the whistle. Fumble the ball, but it seemed to be after the whistle. And if it is, it's the first down and goal to go for the Houston Oilers.
Let's take another look.
That's it.
He's got the first down. It's Campbell off the left side. Tim Wilson, a good block there on a defensive tackle. It just bowled him over. 57. It was the middle linebacker, Danny Bunce. Now he's still struggling, and he was down.
It's first down and 10. Point of the ball is not touching the 10-yard line, so it is not first and goal, it's first and 10. Matter of semantics and terminology. It would be possible to pick up a first down without scoring. It's highly unlikely.
Oh,
Campbell is popped
was
at
he
the
popped?
13-yard line by Jimmy Webb.
4-year veteran from Mississippi State put the leather on him that time. Ground level shot here. Out of the eye, there's Campbell. I tell you, he's earning his cash today. Woo. Good tackle.
Second and 13 at the 13. 2 minutes, 7 seconds left in the third quarter. The Oilers 10, 49ers 6.
And the important thing is they're eating up that clock, boy. Lindsey, they've had the ball again for a long time.
Good drop. Kenny Burrow for the touchdown. Kenny Burrow ran underneath it.
Beautiful timing. And Pastorini had a man-on-man situation out there, and he just lobbed it up, and Burrows went for it. And first touchdown of the season. Watch this beautiful coverage over here. He had him right there. That's Anthony Leonard. It was just a perfectly thrown pass. It's got to be right there to be perfect, and it was.
13-yard pass play for the touchdown. Conversion attempt coming.
Burl 6'3.5" going against Leonard 5'11".
Pastorini is holding for Fritz. Fritz puts it good. And so as they come back up the field, it is the Houston Oilers 17, San Francisco 6.
Another look on the touchdown pass. Just up and over. They knew they had a man-to-man situation on the outside, and Kenny Burrows in a nice, beautiful, stretching catch for the 6.
I want to tell you about the CBS Sports Spectacular next Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, starting with the USAC Trenton 150 live coverage from historic Trenton International Speedway.
Al Unser will be there. Of course, he's leading the USAC point standing. Tom Sneva, who's usually always on the pole this year. Mario Andretti will be in Trenton. He loves that track.
And then the Ruffian live with coverage from Belmont Park.
I tell you, they got a horse there I'd love to own a piece of. Cool Lottie Laurie. And she is one of the great mares in the country. 3-year-olds and up. What a great race. The third running of the Ruffian.
It's all on the CBS Sports Spectacular next Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Houston moved 72 yards in 13 plays, culminating with a 13-yard pass play from Pastorini to Kenny Burrow. Consumed 4 minutes, 36 seconds, and Tony Fritz will kick off now for the Houston Oilers. 1 minute, 55 seconds remaining to be played in the third quarter. Williams has dropped back. Dave Williams is center deep for the San Francisco 49ers. Got Hofer on one side. On the left side. And he's got LeCount on the right side. It is up to Hofer's side, and Hofer has it at the 12, to the 15-20. Hofer into the stack at the 28-yard line, met by Kurt Knopp.
That's reckless abandon on those special teams. Bodies flying all over the place. There's Scott Bull, the backup quarterback of DeBerg, talking over with head coach Pete McCulley.
'49ers in possession at their own 28-yard line. Steve DeBerg quarterbacking them. Boykin is the fullback. Williams is the tailback. O.J. is not in the lineup at the moment. That's Williams. He got 2 to the 30. It'll be second down and 8 yards to go there. And Elvin Bethea made the tackle, along with Ted Washington, the linebacker, on that side.
Well, I tell you, the Oilers again have contained O.J. Simpson. We've talked about it at the top of the show. He never had a 100-yard game against this defense. He's got 6 yards and 7 carries. That's got to be an all-time low for O.J. Simpson.
Split the running backs. Williams left, Boykin right. DeBerg. And it's completed to Williams. He is at the 40-yard line in the cross. Brazil was the tackler there. It's at the 42-yard line.
He just fought the football away from, I think, number 20, Bill Courier, the safety man on an Oiler defense. Good catch, Williams. Philadelphia, 3-point lead over the Saints, third quarter.
We have 35 seconds remaining to be played in the third quarter here now. O.J. Simpson on the bench. DeBerg. Going long. Solomon, and he's in for a touchdown. Freddie Solomon took it in.
Oh, what a strong arm. Steve DeBerg showed you something that time. Freddie Solomon, who came from the Miami Dolphins. Oh, he had him beat down the sidelines by 6 steps. Watch the strong rifle arm here of Steve DeBerg. You're going to give this kid time. He can throw the football. Boy, he fired it. He threw that ball 55 yards in the air. It's a 58-yard touchdown pass. Freddie Solomon, I think it was 20 Courier, and he had him beat by 6 yards. From the end zone, he rolled out right. Good blocking here, enabling DeBerg to really just crank it up, and he beat Courier easy. We got a good one going at the Astrodome.
With Scott Bull holding, it's Wershing to attempt the conversion. Down and up, and no good.
No good.
Missed the conversion. And so it is the Oilers 17 and the 49ers 12.
Yeah, Ray Wershing, that's not the Ray Wershing we know. He never missed the next point. Didn't miss one last year. He hadn't missed one this year. And he's a little disgusted with himself.
Congratulations along the sideline for Freddie Solomon.
But it really didn't hurt the 49ers, Lindsey, to miss that extra point. At this stage, they're going to go for 7. They would have trailed by 4 anyway.
Not
So
much
even
difference
2
between
field goals
4
would
and
have been
5.
anyway, right. So get your head up. I know how he feels. Somebody asked me one time, how can you miss a 7-yard field goal? I said, it's not easy.
Practice. Lots of practice.
Lots of practice.
It'll be a 15 seconds on the clock now. Wershing will kick off.
So now the pressure is back on the Oiler offense again. They had a little room to breathe.
Come on, Larry, baby.
11-point lead. Now it's cut to 5.
Ball is in the air, and it is fielded at the 1-yard line by Turner. Turner's at the 15. He's back to the 20, and Turner is stopped short of the 30, about the 28, about the 23-yard line. Mark Nichols made the tackle.
This is Joe Harris, one of the linebackers on a special team. First, you got to play off the block, then you got to play off another block, and then you got to get up and hope you get a piece of the tackler, which he did. Got knocked down, got up, got in on the tackle. That's hustle.
4 seconds on the clock, third quarter, 1st and 10. Campbell and Carpenter are the running backs. A little movement, a little contact. Flags everywhere. Campbell on the seat of his pants, and 1 second on the clock.
See if one of those offensive linemen moved. If they moved, it's going to go against Houston.
Illegal motion against the Houston Oilers. Or do they want to decline and take the play? There's a loss of 2 yards on it.
Sure. Yeah, decline.
Decline. 2nd and 12. Time has run out. Incomplete pass, and that'll mark the end of the period. Kenny Burrow is over there. There is the gun. And that's the end of the third quarter. With the score, the Houston Oilers 17, the San Francisco 49ers 12. We now pause for a word from your local station. Right.
Tampa Bay's going to meet them.
In the first quarter, the Rams are leading Dallas by a score of 7-0. Those of you viewing in the San Francisco area will see the telecast of that game at the conclusion of this one. Those of you who are looking in Houston will not, because of the NFL blackout rule, which says if you see your own home game, that's it, no doubleheader coverage. Here's a long pass. Tester, incomplete. Tester did not hold it at the 39-yard line of San Francisco.
Well, he won't have too many more easier catches than that. The old pump and go. Watch the arm of Pastorini, gets him open here. There's the pump fake. Then he goes, stops, and he goes right down the sidelines, and he gets a little tangled up right there, and they should have caught that football.
So Cliff Parsley is back in deep punt formation on 4th down, and Freddie Solomon has dropped back to receive it for the 49ers.
Oh, what a turnaround. They would have had great field position first down, 49er territory. Now they have to punt, and the 49ers should have good field position.
Parsley's punt, high, spiraling kick, drives Solomon back.
What a kick.
At the 29, he muffs the ball. He muffs it, and now the scramble is on. 49ers, I think, retain it at the 22. Freddie Solomon got the football, and it's going to be marked up at the 24. So now, 49ers will start first and 10. They have the ball at their own 24, and they trail by 5. 58-yard punt. Yeah. Fair. Sorta.
Put the scores up. We got them.
'49ers trail by 5 points. They have the ball first and 10 at their own 24-yard line. The Oilers lead at 17-12. Steve DeBerg, the quarterback. Fake to Williams. Goes over the middle, and it's completed out to the 45-yard line. On the button,
Larry Jones.
Larry Jones. Laying Solomon's in. Courier covered.
Beautiful pass again by DeBerg. Another fourth quarter score. What a surprise here. Doug Williams started that game with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the #1 draft choice out of Grambling. And he's got Tampa Bay in front of the Vikes by 9 in the fourth quarter.
O.J. Simpson is still on the sideline with Williams playing the tailback. Williams has it. Drives to the 48-yard line. He picked up 4. Kennard made the tackle. It'll be second down and 6.
A final score, Lynn. Cleveland Brown. I think they're undefeated, aren't they? Yes, sir. 3-0. Cleveland 24, Atlanta 16.
Larry Jones in a wide right. Second down and 6 yards to go. DeBerg. Goes to Jones, incomplete. Number 19, Willie Alexander covering.
Well, DeBerg now, 14 out of 21 for 224 yards and one TD.
Third down and 6 yards to go. 13 minutes, 22 seconds left to play in this game. DeBerg calling the next play in the huddle. Paul Seals in there for McAfee now at the tight end. Berg. The seal, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Alexander. I beg your pardon. Alexander. Yep, Alexander. And it is at the 31-yard line. We went to
into the turn-in, had his mind made up. Lindsey, it looked as if he was double covered over here. Alexander's going to come up with the all-important interception on 3rd and 6. DeBerg just tried to fire it right there. He was covered in and out by the safety man and the cornerback. That's the cornerback, Willie Alexander. 30-yard return. That's his 7th interception on the year for quarterback DeBerg.
So now the Oilers have it 1st and 10. They have it at the 49ers 31-yard line. Pastorini. Burrow on screen right, and Burrow stops at the 30-yard line. Picked up 1 yard. 2nd and 9 at the 30. Cleveland Elam made the stop.
I wonder how hot is it outside? Right downside?
I don't know about outside. Inside, it's an air-conditioned, comfortable 72 degrees.
Well, it's 84 outside. Very, very humid.
Pete McKelly. Kenny Burrow is split left. And it's Rob Carpenter. Ed Gallagher there. Outside the 27.
Gallagher gets my vote. He's the best defensive lineman on the field today. There's a 3-point lead for the Eagles over the Saints 4th quarter.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
And the Packers cannot move the football against that Oakland defense.
On the slot left. Pastorini. Pump and gun. And it is completed. Taken for the tight end, Barber. Mike Barber.
Folks, you just saw a great play by number 86, Mike Barber. He was knocked down after he had the pass for the 1st down, Lindsey. He came back, did not have enough yardage for the 1st down, and now he's very close. Watch this. Good pump fake by Pastorini. Now watch this play by Barber. Now he's forced back. His momentum has brought him back, but he will not quit. He will not quit.
It'll be 4th and 1. 4th down and a yard to go. They're going to bring out 6 to establish it. And there it is. 4th down and a long yard to go.
Long yard. Bring in the kicker here.
They will. And here he comes. Tony Fritz.
That's a big 3-point. See, it puts the Oilers up by 8. So it takes at least a touchdown and field goal to win. If this kick would be good. Let's see, it'll be about a 40-yard field goal, Harlan.
Yep. A 39-yard field goal with Pastorini holding for Tony Fritz. Pastorini puts it down. The sidewinder boots it. It's long enough and high enough and no good. No good. Wide. It's wide right. No good. And it'll be spotted at the line of scrimmage. That's it's outside the 20, and it'll be spotted at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10.
It was close.
Pete McKelly. So now, trailing by 5, the 49ers will get it. O.J. is still not in there.
I know, and I don't know why. Maybe we ought to get a report on him. Foxy, can you call down there and ask if O.J.'s hurt?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he got banged in the thigh real good on that one. I don't think he's hurt. I think his feelings may be a little hurt.
That's O.J. Simpson still on the sideline. David Williams is in there at the tailback spot as they split the running backs 1st and 10 for the 49ers at their 22. Motion back to the inside. And it's taken by Greg Boykin out to the 25-yard line. Brazil made the tackle to gain a 3 on the play to make it 2nd down and 7.
Well, they got plenty of time, but I just don't think the 49ers will be able to move the football running against this fine Oiler defense. They got to go upstairs. Now, DeBerg's had a fine afternoon. He's had that one pass intercepted, 58-yard touchdown pass, over 200 yards passing. And Stevie, you're going to have to go upstairs.
Well, he's got his running backs well split. He'll afford him that protection if he wants, and he drops back. Over the middle and incomplete. He's trying to get it to Williams out of the backfield. That's his tailback, incomplete, and Greg Bingham was covering defensively. 3rd and 7 at the 25.
Now, if you're wondering about the Chuck rule on that one, Dave Williams doing a little turn-in, but Bingham had a right to the football, too, even though he did hit Bingham going for the football. So that is not ruled a Chuck.
10 minutes, 13 seconds left in this game. The Oilers 17, the 49ers 12. Solomon to the right side, the count to the left side. DeBerg. Solomon has the football, and he's out of bounds at the 32. He's out of bounds. They'll bring it back. He stepped on the sideline marker at the 32.
You think he's not a threat? Woo! Freddie Solomon straight down the sideline, and Steve DeBerg just cranked it up, put the shells in the gun, and let it go. I don't think you can overthrow this man right there. See if his foot goes. Good call by the referee. He's out of bounds, or it would have been 6 points. Well, as it is, they got 43 yards on that pass, Lynn.
We've been checking down on the sidelines to see if there was any particular reason why O.J. Simpson was not in the ball game. And our answer is that there is no injury report on Simpson. So he is simply on the sideline. And Dave Williams is in there at the running back. 1st and 10 at the 32 for the 49ers. That's in Houston territory. Williams carries. Moves to the 27-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play will make it 2nd and 5. Greg Bingham made the tackle.
Plenty of time, Lindsey. They could, even if they get forced into a 4th and long, they could take the field goal, cut it to 2, and then a field goal could win for them. So this is anybody's football game right now, folks. There's Bum Phillips on the sideline, very, very concerned at this time. And Freddie Solomon on the outside. He's some kind of threat, isn't he?
Anytime he's out there. DeBerg. And it is completed. Williams has the football, and he is in the grasp of somebody who turns out to be Greg Stimrick. That's the 23-yard line. Appears to be about a yard short. It'll be 3rd down coming up. He's going to bring the chain across to measure.
Oh, it was great to see a great friend of mine, Jimmy DeMeritt, down here in Houston. I went out and played his great golf course, Champions Friday. It was hot, but what an enjoyable day it was for me.
James DeMeritt is one of nature's noblemen and always was.
He is well loved, I'll tell you. And he's got more property around Houston than anybody that I know. He's got property that he doesn't know about.
When I started in the broadcasting business, I worked a lot of golf. I worked things like the National Open, the Masters, and Jimmy DeMeritt gave me more good advice and help when I was getting started than anybody else around the golf course, and you can't have a better friend.
Oh, what a great golf course they have down here. Whew.
It was a yard short as we expected. It'll make it 3rd down and a yard to go. 9 minutes, 16 seconds left to play in the game. Bum Phillips getting a little concerned. His lead is 5 points.
Big play coming up for the Oilers defense right here. About a yard. They need a yard.
Williams. Now Boykin. Boykin's got it as he turned the corner and is out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Ryan Phelps ran Boykin out.
He took a little gamble there, Lindsey. The point of attack was inside that linebacker. and Boykin saw everybody closing up, and with the speed, he got to the outside. Now watch the end of the line of scrimmage. Has a good angle on that defensive end. Williams gets a standoff block, and right here, Boykin makes up his mind to go outside for the first down. He's got it easily.
And it's just outside the 11-yard line as the 49ers picked up 12 yards on the play, and they're driving here with 8 minutes, 56 seconds left to play in this game. DeBerg. That simply puts it up, and it is incomplete and almost intercepted by Kiner. Steve Kiner had the big balloon coming down, and he muffed it.
Sometimes the easiest catches in the world are so tough. Steve Kiner, the ball surprised him. He looked up, and here it was, just floating. Good pass rush that time. Let's see if we can pick it up for you,
5-yard penalty against Houston.
This is the pass rush, Lindsey. Let's see if we can pick it up who it is. DeBerg really gets popped here. 59.
There was an illegal chuck. An illegal chuck in the 5-yard zone that has cost Houston 5 and moves the ball to the 6-yard line.
That was Ted Washington, number 59. Really put the pressure on DeBerg.
1st and 5 at the 6-yard line. 1st and 5. Williams just puts the shoulder down and takes a loss of a yard. Ted Washington was there on the tackle.
You know, it's tough for those linebackers sometimes to make interceptions, Lindsey. They got so much padding on their arms. Look at Washington. He's got tape all over his hands and arms. And you can imagine, folks, just how tough it is sometimes to make an interception with all that tape. I think they'd rather protect themselves. They feel like boxers going into a ring. They got so much tape on.
2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line. 2nd and 7 at the 8. DeBerg. It's deflected into the air and incomplete. The Count made a diving attempt at the end line, but it's an incompletion. 3rd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
The 49ers are thinking on the sidelines right here is we really need 7. We don't want to get out of here with 3 points. We've come a long way. There's the deflection, 52, Robert Brazil on the deflection, and nobody could get to the football.
Exactly 8 minutes left to play in the game. Houston 17, San Francisco 12. San Francisco's ball 3rd and 7 at the Houston 8-yard line. The crowd is on its feet.
Draw up the middle would get them 6 if they call it.
DeBerg. Touchdown. It's a touchdown taken in there by Paul Seal.
And he spikes it. The 49ers are in front for the first time here at the Astrodome. Paul Seal and Ken McAfee have been substituting all game long. This is the 5-year veteran out of the University of Michigan. DeBerg, his 2nd touchdown pass of the afternoon, number 85 right there, and he catches it in the end zone for 6.
So now it is San Francisco 18, the Oilers 17. Conversion attempt is coming. Worshing, who missed the last one, which Scott Bull holding, will attempt now. Scott Bull puts it down, Worshing puts it up, and it's good. And so now we have 7 minutes, 51 seconds left to play in this game, and the margin is 2 points.
Now that extra point comes into play as far as Worshing is concerned.
Yeah, what is the score, by the way? Okay. 49ers now lead 19-17. First time they've had the lead today, and Worshing will kick off. In the deep minute, Johnny Durden and Robert Turner to receive it. It is over to Turner's side, and Durden takes it at the 5. He's at the 10 to 15, and Durden is stopped at the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 19. May we remind you now that the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams are playing this afternoon, and right now the Rams are leading by a score of 7-0. And those of you who are seeing this game in the Bay Area of San Francisco will see a telecast of that one following the conclusion of this game. However, those of you who are looking in at the telecast here in Houston will not see a doubleheader game because of the NFL blackout rule, which says if you see a game in your city, that's it, and there will be no doubleheader telecast.
Oh, I'm glad you did that. You did that very nicely.
What was that? 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Pastorini, and it's complete to Kenny Burrow. Kenny Burrow gets it to the 39-yard line. So a big play for Houston. Joe Harris made the tackle. Keep in mind now that the Houston Oilers are trailing by only 2 points. A field goal will be enough for them.
And that 1 point, that missed extra point, Ray Worshing is the most concerned man on the sidelines right now. I've been in that position before, Lindsey. When you miss an extra point, you pray so hard for that defense right now to hold them.
7 minutes, 8 seconds left to play in the game. Pastorini gunning to Burrow. Kenny Burrow again. And it's at the 42-yard line, and he ever threads the needle there. Anthony Leonard, the defender.
35 yards and 2 straight passes to Kenny Burrow. 0-0 on the outside. I tell you, if you put it close, this kid could really catch the football. 16-10 Minnesota, trailing a Tampa Bay team in the 4th quarter, and we got a great one right here with 6.5 minutes to go. There he is, 0-0. Kenny Burrow, 2 catches in a row.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers in Houston possession. Earl Campbell inside the 30 and all the way to the 27-yard line. Earl Campbell took the football and first through. Robertson and Mons made the tackle.
They're showing the character of a great football team right here. Houston, 3 straight plays, 3 first downs. The first time they've been behind. Now Earl Campbell really cracks off. Beautiful run for the first down. Kenny Burrows caught 7 for 84 yards today.
Again, it's Earl Campbell. This time he can't go. Firing through there was Joe Harris, the linebacker, to pull him down.
Good play by Harris. I tell you, they picked up another 8 or 9 yards. Had it not been for number 50, he collared Earl Campbell.
Loss of 4, makes it 2nd and 14 at the 31-yard line. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in this game. San Francisco 19, Houston 17. Pastorini brings him up. Wilson ahead of Campbell. An I formation. Campbell to the 20-yard line. He bursts and he bursts and he bursts to the 20-yard line. Chuck Chris brought him down.
Good call that time by Pastorini. Picked up 11 yards. Earl Campbell actually had a passing situation on 3rd down, and he got him to 3rd and short. Out of the eye, watch the determination of the All-American out of the University of Texas. I tell you, you better tackle him. You're not going to get him to the ground by blocking him. Great balance.
It is 3rd down and 3 yards to go at the 20. Campbell has now picked up 77 yards rushing. Wilson, and he's got the first down. Gets the drive alive at the 15-yard line. Robertson brought him down. 1st and 10, Houston at the San Francisco 15.
Well, the fans are going crazy here in the Astrodome. Well, this is a great drive. Started, I think, at the 20-yard line. Yes, sir. Pastorini, 2 straight completions to Burrow for a touch, for a first down. Then Campbell for the first down. Tied up. Dallas 7, Los Angeles 7.
Rob Carpenter's in there at fullback now. Rob Carpenter ahead of Campbell. Carpenter. Carpenter. How about that? The 6-yard line. Joe Harris.
Getting a little rough.
For Chris.
Getting a little hot out there, Lindsey. I think he's jumped over number 74, Jimmy Webb. Ground level. Let's see who he jumped over. Here's the handoff to Carpenter. Right there, I think it was Jimmy Webb he stepped over. Good running. They're going to get a little added yardage on a penalty here. Look, it's trying to pull him back. That's Chuck Christ, isn't it?
Foul on the defense, number 24. Unnecessary roughness. First down.
Chuck Christ, and that takes it half the distance. Makes it first down and goal to go inside the 3-yard line.
That's the second personal foul, I think, against Chuck Christ. There it is again. He's down. He's pulling him back. He's got him right by the helmet. No, he's got him by the jersey. That's a no-no. Wasn't a no-no 15 years ago, but it's a no-no now, right?
Carpenter's still in there at fullback. He's in the left set. Campbell's in the right set. Ball is spotted inside the 3-yard line at the 2.5.
Campbell's cheated a little bit back, Lindsey. Let's see if they go left.
And it's Carpenter going left, you're right. You picked it up. He went left, you're right. It's at the 6-yard line. Chris made the stop.
Now, see, when an offensive back has got a blocking assignment from the halfback position, he's going to cheat up to the line of scrimmage so he can get inside position. When you see him cheat back like that, it's almost a tip-off that he's going left.
Second down and goal, and just outside the 5. San Francisco 19, Houston 70, 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to play in the game.
Okay, they're just eating up the clock.
Carpenter and Campbell. Campbell. Just outside the 2, he was hit and moved back. Oh, it probably should be marked up there.
They can get a first down, can't they?
No.
No, second goal. Third and goal.
Series started from the 2.5-yard line,
right.
so it's going to be third and goal now. Cleveland Elam and Cedric Hartman made the tackle. Slided there near the 3. Clock is running with 2:19 remaining to be played in the game. Here comes the play-in from the bench. Pastorini looks around. Clock's still running. 30-second clock has 12 seconds left on it.
They're running down to the 2 minutes.
Here comes the 2-minute warning, and they've reached it. They've reached the 2 minutes now as the clock stops the automatic timeout. So with 2 minutes left to play at the Astrodome in Houston, Texas, it is San Francisco 19, Houston 17.
Right. Yeah.
Can you give me your autograph for Kevin? Kevin?
You'll give me the closing cue, right? You'll give me a card to the closing cue. Yeah, right. At the Astrodome, this is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Hornung. We have 2 minutes to play. The Houston Oilers have the ball, third down and goal to go at the 3-yard line on the 49ers, and Houston trails by 2 points in this game. The Houston Oilers led for most of the afternoon. Then San Francisco moved out in front for the first time with their last score. A final score, Oakland defeated the Green Bay Packers 28-3. Now, the Houston Oilers come up, and the clock will start at the snap. Campbell is in the right set. Motion across. Carpenter carried, and he got a half yard, maybe a yard, but not to the goal line. It'll be fourth down.
Looked like he tripped over the man in motion.
So now the field goal unit comes on. The field goal, if good, will put them 1 point ahead.
That's what I was talking about, Ray Wershing on the sidelines. He's got to be sick. Missing that extra point. I know exactly what's going through his mind. Could cost him the game right here.
Tony Fritsch with Pastorini holding. And it will be a 19-yarder. A 19-yard field goal attempt with 1 minute 24 seconds left to play. Pastorini hands out Fritsch. Waits for the snap. Puts it down. Fritsch puts it up. And it's good. A 29-yard field goal by Fritsch is good with 1 minute 16 seconds left. And the Oilers have taken the lead 20-19.
There he is, Ray Wershing on the sidelines. His hope now, Lindsey. He just hopes Steve DeBerg can move the football to get him a chance to win it.
Tony Fritsch is teeing the ball up. He just kicked a 19-yard field goal with 1 minute 16 seconds left to play in the game to put Houston out in front 20-19. Dave Williams is center deep. He's got Hofer on his left side and LeCount on his right side. 49ers want that football to see if they can move it upfield. Here is Tony Fritsch now with the kickoff. Williams moves up, and Hofer is taking it at the 5-yard line. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25. Hofer is stopped at the 27-yard line, where the 49ers will begin. First and 10, and downfield was Turner to make the tackle.
49ers have their full complement of 3 timeouts remaining, Lindsey. So Steve DeBerg has got his work cut out right now.
You can see a minute 11 seconds remain to be played now in this game. First and 10 for the 49ers at their 27-yard line. They trail by a point.
Well, I'd want O.J. Simpson in there right now. I tell you, coming out of the backfield, catching the pass, he could bust one. Maybe he's hurt, I don't know. But I don't understand why he's not in there.
He has not played in the second half. O.J. Simpson has been on the sideline. DeBerg over the middle, and LeCount has it. LeCount has it at the 50-yard line. Down the sideline, and he goes out of bounds. He is out of bounds on the far sideline, and we'll see exactly where it's going to be marked, but a big play. Greg Stemrick ran him out.
Oh, Terry LeCount with the big interception, and he's hurt. He's holding his left side. He might have got a jam-pinched nerve there. That's what it looks like.
At the 44-yard line. It is at Houston's 44. Keep in mind they need only to be in field goal range. They trail by a point. 1:01 on the clock. LeCount to the sideline, injured.
A 29-yard pickup. Terry LeCount's hurt. But more importantly, the rookie out of Florida got out of bounds, and he saved the timeout, Lindsey. So they still have 3 timeouts remaining. Got plenty of time to hopefully move it into field goal position.
Elmo Boyd is playing the wide right now. We got Freddie Solomon in the wide left. Steve DeBerg dropping back. He does it, and it is complete to Williams. Williams goes out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Brazil ran him out.
Well, if there's any doubts about Steve DeBerg being a National Football League quarterback, folks, you can forget about it. He's come of age this afternoon. He's just been simply just a great football game. DeBerg is tall. He's passed the ball with authority right on the button. He's threw it long, short. Called a fine football game. I know Joe Thomas and the rest of the personnel with the 49ers know they got a long career ahead of him.
Second down, less than a yard to go. The ball is outside the 34-yard line. Clock shows 55 seconds left to play in this game. Houston is leading 20-19.
Fans are on their feet here at the Astrodome.
DeBerg. On this one outside, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Elmo Boyd. Elmo Boyd, number 84. It'll be third down, about a half yard to go. Outside the 34-yard line. 51 seconds left.
Boyd was covered there. Going to bring up a 3rd and 1. I think DeBerg was very wise. I think he threw it away on purpose. DeBerg's 21 out of 31 for 317 yards and 2 TDs.
McAfee back in there as Elmo Boyd came off the field.
He needs the first down here.
3rd down play coming. Well, it looks like he may have picked it up.
Yep.
Williams driving.
He's got it.
46 seconds on the clock.
There's Freddie Solomon signaling first down.
Williams carried the ball, and now they take the long look. Linesmen think they have the first down, but they're going to bring out the chain.
They know it. What they did here, Lindsey, is they're going to conserve another timeout. They can ask for the measurement, which they do. They know they got the first down, but they're going to be ready to move right up to that football, and they don't have to waste the timeout. They've got 3 left.
It's a 1st and 10 outside the 33-yard line. We're talking about the fact that O.J. Simpson is not in there and has not played in the second half. In the first half, he carried 6 times for 9 yards. Averaged a yard and a half a carry. As long as gain was 5, he had 3 pass receptions for 28 yards.
And he finished up, I think, with 7 carries for 6 yards.
DeBerg, and it is complete to McAfee. At the 31-yard line, they picked up just a couple of yards on the play. Across the sideline, stop the clock. It's running with 13 seconds. But now the timeout. Now the San Francisco 49ers call a timeout with 13 seconds left to stop the clock.
Looked like he got out of bounds to me. The clock should have stopped about 9 seconds ago. There's the 28 seconds. Evidently, he's out of bounds for my vantage point. How about you? That's 19, Willie Alexander. He's shoving McAfee way out of bounds.
They will just keep it rolling. And they keep it rolling. In any case, we have 13 seconds remaining to be played in the game. The Oilers 20 and San Francisco 19.
Must have ruled his forward momentum stop before he pushed him out of bounds. That had to be the rule.
They're going to try another one before they try to get the field goal unit on.
Well, they need another one.
Now timeout. Now timeout. As Greg Boykin carried the ball, and quickly DeBerg calls the timeout. 10 seconds on the clock. It's at the 30-yard line.
I don't know.
Right now, from right there, it would be a 47-yard
That's right. That's a long field goal, Lindsey. And, of course, it leaves room for second guessing. They had enough time to really throw it down the field and complete it. I would have tried to get at least 10 or 12 more yards on a pass completion and call timeout. They had plenty of time.
San Francisco has 1 timeout remaining.
I know one thing. If I was Ray Wershing and I was the kicker, folks, I wouldn't have enjoyed that call. I'd want him to get a little bit closer.
It's the 30-yard line. The San Francisco sideline, and there's a lot of action around there, a lot of motion. Ten seconds on the clock. DeBerg now, having been in conference, ready to go back. Pete McCulley with final instructions for him. Field goal unit is not on the field with 10 seconds left now.
I'll tell you one thing. If one of these runners should break a tackle at the line of scrimmage and go down, what do, Lindsey? The smart thing would be get down and call timeout right away. The clock might run out if he breaks it.
Clock starts on the snap. Well, they simply wedge it in to get it a couple of yards closer. That's all, and call timeout. They spent their last one.
There it is.
5 seconds on the clock. That will bring the field goal unit on, and Ray Wershing will come out now, and Scott Bull will hold for him, and they'll take their chances. It'll all ride on this field goal attempt for both teams. If it's good, the 49ers will win the football game, and if it isn't, Houston will win the football game.
Yeah, he's got a chance to redeem himself from that missed extra point. And believe me, it's been on his mind ever since he kicked it wide left.
It'll be about a 46-yarder.
I tell you, it's a shame for either team to lose this football game. Both teams have played well and played well enough to win. Great football game here at the Astrodome.
Keep in mind that those of you looking in the Bay Area of San Francisco will be seeing that Dallas-Los Angeles telecast at the conclusion of this game. Those of you looking in the Houston area will not, because of the NFL blackout rule, which says if you see your team in its home game, then you're limited to one game. And now a timeout. Houston, everybody's getting organized here.
Well, 5 tons of what? Football. It's about 5 tons or not, Lindsey? Maybe 3 tons, right? A football players just going at each other for 60 minutes, and it comes right down to a field goal kicker.
What does Houston call a timeout here, partner? Let them take it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Let you
Let him think
it
about it. And they might holler at him. Come on, Ray, you're not going to choke, are you? I've heard that plenty of times.
Phillips getting in a little mileage along the sideline.
DeBerg is 22 out of 32 today for 321 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Big day for the young quarterback that the 49ers decided to go with when they gave up on Jim Plunkett.
They might call another timeout. Bum's hot over there for some reason here.
Head linesman Gil Mace was over there, and Bum was not in total agreement with whatever it was Mace said or did. So here it is. Ray Wishing with Scott ball holding, and this will be 46. 46. No good. No good. It's wide left. Wide left. It is no good. Time has run out and the game is over. The Oilers have won it. Wishing shot a 46-yard field goal at the gun. It was wide left. It was no good, and the Oilers have won a thriller. As Paul Hornung said, it was a good enough ball game for both sides that either team should have won.
That's absolutely true, Lindsey. And you know, when they had an opportunity to throw the football the last couple of times and get it a little bit closer, I mentioned that's a lot of pressure for a kicker, 47 yards. He was starting off in the dirt, number 1, and he's coming onto the hard AstroTurf. It's not an easy kick. It looks like it's long enough. It looks good here. And then the sideline, it comes. It's starting to hook. Good shot, good camera angle, and it just barely missed.
Time ran out on the kick. So this is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Hornung. Final score. It's Houston 20, San Francisco 19. Stay tuned as the NFL Today continues after this word from your local station.